when it comes to Terra Luna Classic, I still believe that it has one of the largest potentials out of any cryptocurrency out there. But the focus has been shifting lately from rebuilding, burning, and repegging UST to, well, let's paint a good picture of Do Kwon. Let's make sure everybody knows that Do Kwon is not a bad guy. And I want to focus in a little bit on that right now in this video because I think we could be dealing with something so much bigger than any of us is looking at right now. I think if we just take a step back, and a lot of us have been so far into the Terra Luna Classic community that we only see what's right in front of us, right? But if we just take a step back, and we begin to get that bird's eye view of what's really going on in the cryptocurrency space right now, it could absolutely blow your mind. So let's discuss it. Of course, if it sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay. I'm here to make 2022 the best year ever. If you haven't clicked that subscribe button, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Join us, become a bro. We are here every single day, and we are growing our portfolios together. And look, if you're brand new to investing, you don't know how or where to buy stocks and crypto, you got a link in the description below for Webull. It is super simple to set up your account. Any deposit, you guys are getting at least 6 free stocks, up to 12 free stocks, and $1 crypto trades can get you $5 in free crypto. Now, if you guys want a crypto exclusive exchange, you got KuCoin and Binance down there. Both of those offer rewards for the more active traders. So the more you trade, the more you're going to earn. Make sure to check those out. But my goodness, guys, let's jump into this. I want to talk about what Do Kwon is tweeting about in this audit. So if you missed the audit, make sure to go watch the video that I did yesterday on it, and you get a little bit more detail on that. But let's go through this Twitter thread that Do Kwon's got, and then we're going to discuss what's really going on here. Because, guys, with Sam Bankman-Fried continuing to tweet from his Bahamas mansion, listening to the waves roll in, and with Do Kwon continuing to tweet and being painted as the good guy in the situation, we are potentially up against a much bigger problem and a much bigger scandal than any of us could have imagined in the first place. So Do Kwon says a third-party audit of LFG, or the Luna Foundation Guard, and Terraform Labs TFL DPEG defense activity during May 2022 has been published. Before we go into the audit, many of us lost money in UST, and for this, I am sorry. While the system was transparent and open source, well, he's already shifting blame onto you guys for not reading about the system, right? I, as the creator, should have understood and communicated this risk better. Of course. I believe that for the most part, the most important use case of crypto is to become decentralized money that transcends politics and nation states. Now, this to me, okay, this statement right here is a curveball. This statement right here is the magician waving his hand over here so that you don't watch what's going on in this hand. Do Kwon believes that the most important use case of crypto is to become decentralized money that transcends politics and nation states. Let me just focus in on this for 2 seconds, because this is what we're going to pick up on at the end of the video here. If Do Kwon would be locked up in prison right now, if Do Kwon was truly going against the system, Do Kwon would be locked up in prison right now if he were to shut down politics, sovereign fiat currency, and so on, with his decentralized currency that truly worked. And I want to pick up on this in a minute here. So I still believe to this day, what is DeFi with centralized money, and I hope others succeed in the mission where we have failed. He's already giving up, right? He's already giving up on his project to create this decentralized currency, which is very strange to me. You know, he's admitting failure. Guys like Do Kwon don't admit failure, okay? Guys like Do Kwon that are passionate about these projects and slightly sociopathic do not admit failure. But that's what we've got right here. And this is just 3 out of the 12. UST was my life's work. This combined with seeing it gain linear effects and holders every day and eventually become one of the largest cryptos by market cap. This blinded me to its potential risks and focused me on what seemed to be its inevitable rise. Okay. Now, there are rumors of certain currently beleaguered agents causing the USD peg on this. While I hope that more facts come out over the next few months, ultimately, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what you guys think about him. He knows he didn't do anything wrong. The decentralized money of the future should be able to withstand all of these possible attacks. And I agree. But it didn't. He's already planting into your mind that it couldn't survive these attacks. The DeFi money of the future wasn't able to withstand itself. It wasn't able to survive with just a slight little attack. While I was wrong, and terribly so, I maintain that there was no fraud, which is interesting because if there was no fraud to destroy this ecosystem is just set to fail. If there was no fraud that destroyed this ecosystem, DeFi money can't be used. DeFi money will never work. Now, Terraform Labs, or TFL, donated what was then a little over $3 billion to establish the LFG to diversify UST's collateral backing and focused our investments to grow Terra's ecosystem. We wouldn't have done this if we thought UST was going to fail. The audit report published by JS Held today addresses many of the allegations around LFG's funds. Primarily, were there any misuse of the funds, embezzlements, insider benefits, etc.? And did LFG have any other funds not publicly disclosed, and were those funds frozen? So that's what the audit, we talked about it yesterday. You guys can check that out if you want. The audit concluded that LFG spent $2.8 billion in Bitcoin and then another $49 million in stablecoins to defend UST's peg, consistent with LFG's tweets on May 16th. Additionally, Terraform Labs, TFL, went above and beyond and spent $613 million of its own capital to defend the UST peg. The report shows that all LFG funds were spent to defend UST's DPEG or peg parity with the dollar as declared, and LFG remains balances are only funds remaining. These are the only funds that remain now, and they have nothing. They lost everything in this DPEG. In the last few moments, we fought to the last to protect UST and its users. So why does this even matter? It's natural to suspect fraud when something goes wrong. But if we sweep all failures in crypto as scams and say there are some bad apples, but everything else is fine, then we will never have opportunities to learn from our mistakes. And then he just basically goes on to talk about how Terra Luna Classic was one of the top coins. Guys, what we've got going on right now, with the failure of Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX, and the failure of Do Kwon and this DeFi currency, could potentially be pushing us towards those CBDCs and the idea that centralization, sovereign governments, and the central bank knows best. Do Kwon tried. There was no failure. There was no fraud. There was no issues with this DeFi currency. It just couldn't work. He didn't do anything wrong. Nobody did anything wrong. But it couldn't work. And it's very interesting, right, that a $60 billion failure doesn't result in any investigations. This man is still tweeting from his, South Korean or Singaporean or wherever the heck in the world he is right now, mansion, just fine. He is proof. He is what the governments want you to know is proof that DeFi currencies will not work. Sam Bankman-Fried, right? We've got this guy that was potentially running one of the largest cryptocurrency firms in the world. Centralized or privatization of cryptocurrency cannot work. It's just riddled with scams. It's riddled with fraud. And you know what would work? Central bank digital currency. The only thing that the regulators can come in and do is regulate this cryptocurrency space. Guys, Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX, I don't know if Sam was involved in it or not. What I do know is FTX laundered billions of dollars. FTX stole billions of dollars. FTX lost billions of dollars. You've got Do Kwon losing billions of dollars, potentially laundering billions of dollars. And both of them are proof cases that DeFi and private cryptocurrency firms cannot succeed. And the answer is regulation, and the answer is potentially this governing. Governing by who? Sovereign fiat governments. It's very strange that neither one of these fellows are in prison, because I can guarantee you, if I stole $10 from anybody, I'd be going downtown. The fact that they stole tens of billions of dollars, and they're sitting in their mansions right now, should raise a major red flag. I want to know what you guys think. with both of these guys being painted as the good guy now, with both of these guys continuing to live their lives, apologizing, and moving on, so that we view crypto as the bad guy, and we view the DeFi as the bad guy, instead of those that ran it. Where do you think this is headed? Let me know in the comments below about Terra Luna Classic, about DeFi, about Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX, and everything going on in the crypto space right now. And of course, if that button right there is still red, make sure to click it, subscribe to the channel, join us, become a bro. We're here every single day, and we are growing our portfolios together. You guys got ClayBro 883 everywhere. 6 to 12 free stocks on Webull, KuCoin, and Binance, free Discord, and until the next time, hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.